Hello, how you doing, my amazing Capricorns? Look, I know it's been a while, and I got a reason for that. So here, let me give you a quick chain of events really quick. While I'll go ahead and shuffle my cards and make sure everything is in line. I had to take my state board's nursing exam in November, and then I was going through a transition of moving and everything like that. I'm still going through that transition. I'm moving from one state clear across America. So it's very tedious, very expensive, and I just have to make sure I have everything together. So therefore, I haven't been posting videos, but I wanted to bring something special to the month of December. Two things special. So here's the first thing. One, this reading gonna be a little bit different. I know I'm uploading this a little later. Not too late, but some people like to look at their uh reading at the top of the month. This is gonna probably be coming out the second or the third day of December. But you know what? When Spirit have a message for you, it's never too late. So this reading is going to be different. This going to be a monthly. It's complicated reading. So a lot of times, readers do readings for single and coupled and married. But I want to do one for the people that's in a union, but it's complicated. It's not y'all not really together. Maybe y'all together. You don't really know. It's complicated. Everything is not black and white, and that's just one thing that I know about life. Period. Everything is not black and white. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll tell you that second thing later. Excuse me. So this is for it's complicated for my Capricorns for December 2017. Okay. All right, Spirit, please bring forth a message for the Sun, Moon, and Rising Capricorns for the ones in a union that's complicated. Please bring forth a message for them for the month of December for the ones that's in a relationship that's not quite cookie cut for Capricorns, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. All right. Alrighty. So the first card I have here is the Nine of Fire in reverse. Don't give up. Protect what you've created. Have courage and believe. So a lot of you are in a complicated situation. This is for all the ones in a complicated situation. I hope you can see it. I hope it's not too. I try to make sure the light is not too much. Anyway, this Nine of Air came in reverse. Some of you are in a union where that person is complicated, and in this union, you want to seem like you want them to be more as passionate about something as you, as interested as something as you, but they're not. But Spirit is here to tell you not to give up. Don't give up on your dream, chasing or pursuing or wanting to be with someone else. It's very important not to do that. Don't lose yourself to someone else. Okay. If that person for you, they're for you. But if they're not, they're not. But sometimes it's just not that cookie cut, and that's the reason why I'm doing this reading because everything is just not the same for everyone. Okay. Let's see here. You got the Three of Earth in reverse. The message here says the power of creativity, recognition, very high quality work. Be a team player. So for a lot of you, this does tie back into each other. The fire energy is a very passionate, very strong, very vivid energy. And Spirit is telling you not to give up, and that you're going to be blessed with a lot of creativity. In that, it may seem that some of you gonna see come off as neglectful to a relationship, but you're not being neglectful. You just experiencing a creative burst right now, and you need to attend to that. Please don't ignore that creative burst. I write. I'm a writer. When I get the creative burst going on, I use the hell out of it. Let me tell you, because when you experience writer block, a lot of people don't believe in writer block. It happens. I can go on and on about that. Uh, it's a brick wall that sometimes that you have to really work very, very hard to break. So when spirit allows you to have that creative energy, you use the hell out of it, use it till you can't use it anymore. All right, let's see here. And six of earth, a lot of you having like a lot of earth energy. Gifts of money, time, and effort, new career opportunities, receiving a loan or payoff. So some of you are receiving, because of that creative energy, someone is willing to invest in you all. It may be the person that's complicated with, so that's why it's probably hard for you to take it. Um, they trying to invest in you for your dream. So a lot of you, I don't know, I just heard bank. So some of you must work in a bank. I'm not sure. But you have a side. Okay, I'll put it like this. If you're a writer and that's your passion, but you work at a bank, I always say it like my hobby is working at a bank, for example. My hobby is working at a bank, but my passion, my job, my career is writing, okay? Because your heart is really not working at that bank. It pays bills, but that's not where your heart is at. And so, for example, that's what's going on. That person that's complicated with want to loan you some money or give you some money to put into your craft, but you're a little worried, you're a little scared because it's coming from reverse to take it from them. And I can't say whether or not to take it from them just yet, because when we get to the end, that's when it's tell the full story. But as of right now, you are still worried about taking it from them, okay? We're going to major arcana card 7. We got the Chariot. An important achievement, self-discipline, willpower, public recognition. Okay, so a lot of you are doing something that, like I said, some of you have another job, but your passion is really showing through. People are seeing that you are passionate and you're good at what you do. Some of you are dancers, writers, poets, singers. Something that you're extremely passionate about is finally everybody starting to recognize how good you really are on it. From here, it's like you've been working on it for a while. I don't know if I showed you this from the view of it, like you've been working on it for a while. They're starting to recognize it. The person that's around you that is complicated, y'all not really together. That's what making it hard for you to take it. I feel like if you're with this person is more concrete, it wouldn't be so hard to take it. It wouldn't be so hard to take what they're trying to give you. But it is because it's complicated and you don't want this person. You don't want to feel in debt to this person. Capricorn generally are that. I'd take it from you, but don't think you got to one up on me. So, and that's kind of what I'm feeling now. Now let's see here. Five. It's just a lot of earth energy. A lot of you must be dealing with earth signs. But here it is. Fire. Five of earth. Fear surrounding money. What did we just talking about? What did we just talk about? Right. The wisdom of accepting help from others. Beautiful. Is I love. Let me tell you something. I get so excited when a reading connects. It's just beautiful to me. Uncertain self-employment. So like I said, a lot of you may have a regular 9 to 5, but you know what? Some of you this may be your whole life. This may be your whole damn life, and that person trying to invest in you, and you a little worried about taking it from them. You need it. A lot of you need it. A lot of you freaking need it. To really, and not saying that you need it in like a beggar type of way, but you need it in an investment type of way, a type of manner. And you uncertain, you want to take it, but you don't want to take it as a gift. You don't want that person to feel like they have access to your or partnership in something that you built. Okay, let's see here. The Lover's card, major arcana card. Okay, it says intimate relationships, carefully weigh your decision, good health. So because that relationship is intimate, it's hard for you to make that decision because you don't want a relationship to get complicated, well, more complicated what it already is, due to money. Okay, I really feel like this person they want to help you. I feel like in a way they feel obligated to you. I feel like a lot of time, I feel like you two been dealing with each other for a while, and because they're not able to make a full commitment to you, they're trying to make up for it in other ways or try to show you that they are committed to you in some type of way. But you're a little reluctant because you don't want to feel like you owe someone else. Major Arcana card in reverse. Anytime Spirit give me a reversal card, especially Major Arcana card, I really feel like it's something that they want you to really, 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 really pay attention to. So I just want you to pay attention to this. It is the High Priestess. Beautiful. Listen to your intuition. Have patience. Consider carefully what you want before acting. Okay, so you know what? That's just confirmation from Spirit saying that, look, I know you're confused about this or whether or not you should do it, but do yourself a favor and really dig deep and make sure that this is what you want to do, what you feel comfortable in doing. Okay, and let's not just jump into something. Let's not just say, yeah, give me the money, give me the money. 'Cause I ain't got it's not coming from anyone else, so I need it. I need it now to really invest in my project. To make sure that it feels good to your spirit. Okay, dig deep in you and make sure that your decision feels good to you, and then your heart will lead you in the right direction. Let's see here. The next card is a Four Earth Reversal. A lot of you must be, but either you're dealing with a earth sign or your spirit, the energy surrounding you is grounded. Okay. But it's in reverse. Excuse me. It's the Four of Earth. Excuse me. Oh goodness. Um, being too frivolous, too cautious with money. Good business decisions, giving those less fortunate. So first thing I want to point out is, even in a time of hardship, make sure you give. Find yourself giving. And when I say giving, I don't mean giving money, because right now it seems like it's pretty tight. I don't think it's really tight. It's just you don't have that much money to invest into your project. But to give to less fortunate, so maybe give your time, your wisdom, to less fortunate. Spirit is saying either you're being too frivolous and too cautious with your money. And in this case, I don't think you're being too frivolous. In this case, I honestly think you're being too cautious. Okay, good business decisions. So, like I said, that person that's with you that's complicated that you're dealing with, I don't think a lot of people know that y'all dealing with each other on that level either. I don't think it's a lot of people that know that. I think it's something that's really kind of hidden, and not in a scandalous way, but more so I don't want nobody in my business type of way. But they are trying to invest in your vision, and you still apprehensive on letting them. Okay. Let's see here. But Spirit's saying that you're being too cautious, but to follow your heart at the same time. We got the Ten of Waters come up in the upright. This is content and rewarding family. Your emotional, material needs are met and trustworthy relationship. So I believe that relationship you have, though it is complicated, you know you can trust that person to at least be honest in what their intentions. Maybe you need to sit down and talk to them and say, like, look, are you lending me this money or are you giving me this money? Are you expecting something more or do you just want to see me soar? Like, you need to make sure you get that information and get all the information you need and ask as many questions as you need before you move on and say yeah. All right. Let's see. And lastly is another major arcana card is Unity, and it's funny that it's at the end. In the upright. It said traditional viewpoints and methods, spiritual organizations seeking mentors and like-minded people. So a lot of you are going to be seeking some advice from somebody that you really value on this situation. You may not, I feel like you're not going to really tell them who it's coming from or who that person is to you, but I feel like a lot of you are going to go to someone that you really value. Maybe it could be like a mentor or a parent, someone that understands you, gets you, but also is not judgmental. And you're gonna tell them like, hey, I have someone that want to give me money. Just be honest with that person so they can give you really good advice if you trust that person to give you good advice. So a person can only give you advice with the tools that you give them, but if you have asked what you're telling them, they can only give you advice off of what what you're giving them. So just make sure you give them good advice. I'm gonna pull one last card for. I had the books mixed up. Oh, side note. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, basically, I have my Instagram listed in my description box. It's going to be to my Instagram. It's very important to follow if that's what you want to do because I'm going to soon be posting a store on there for merchandise for hopefully, hopefully if everything work out the way I want it to, Christmas and New Year's. And then I'm going to have a Valentine's Day edition once I hopefully get settled in with moving. So once everything works out the way I see it and plan, um, yeah, I'll be able to have a Valentine's Day gift box just only for Valentine's Day and try to get it out as soon as possible. So anyway, I'm going to pull one last card, like a guidance card for your complicated situation, okay? Mm, 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 mm. Okay, these cards are more brick-like. Um, Unfoldment, the lotus flower. You know, I think that's such a beautiful flower. At first, growing up, and I'm gonna read the message because it does come with a message. Uh, I would see the lotus flower, people drawing the lotus flower, and I never understood like the meaning behind it or what the hell it was about. I just knew that people like to draw it and paint it. So I always attempted at doing it. Sometimes I was successful, sometimes I just wasn't. So it ended up looking like, I don't know, lily pad or something. It just wasn't quite a lotus. Though I love this card, it's so hard to find. Well, no. Here it is. The lotus flower sits upon one of its leaves, having risen to the surface of the sun, held in the hand of God. It invites upward to the light. The unique plant is rooted in the mud and muck at the bottom of of a body of water. Its stems reach up to the surface, where the leaves rest quietly. At night, the flower closes and sinks below the surface, only to rise with the daylight, and once again gradually unfold its petals. Its stem extends above the waterline 3 feet or more. What we learn from this amazing plant is how our own spiritual path unfold and open to the light, then at times gently fold it in on itself for a proper rest when the daylight fades. This period is just as necessary as the growth, for it allows the plant to integrate what it has gained and nourished during the day. It also just as important that it is rooted, yet another miracle of nature that sometimes so exquisitely beautiful it formed from the mud and sits at the bottom of the water. Basically, I want to point out that this craft that you all been working on is finally unfolding for you. And I just want you to trust yourself in your decision making and trust yourself that you have positive, good people surrounding you. All right. So until next time, I'm out.